What's my homies, DJ80 here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Equinox Truss overhead kit, which I've bought for my ADJ Pro event table booth. I believe the overhead kit, in fact I believe the booth is the same as the Equinox one, and so the overhead kit should be the same as well. Now for those of you that watched my video on that booth, I did say originally I wasn't going to buy this overhead kit because it was too tall, but I'm taking on some big events and I wanted an all-in-one solution where I can just mount all my lights on one lighting pole, as it were. So I've taken the plunge. I've bought this one. It's in black, so I've paid a bit more for it. And yeah, let's open the box and see what we've got. This is the box that's coming. It's not massive, it's nicely packed in, so we'll open it up and see what's inside. Inside the box is this bag, and then if you unzip the bag, everything's inside there, so it's a lot of stuff to assemble. So I'm just going to take it all out and make sure we've got all the right bits. Okay, we get the overhead in two parts, and then there's 4 poles, 2 of which have a flat bit at the bottom here. So I'm guessing they go on the floor just to add stability, and then these bits go on top and then they join with the top ones. We've got 2 heavy duty clamps here, so that will be to attach the pole to the booth, but I have got some instructions as well just in case. 4 steps, that's all you need. Right, let me put it together then. Right, my current setup, which I've custom made, is I have these 2 poles here which are attached by clamps to the booth, and then I undo this, undo that, lift that pole up, and then what you have is this, as you can see, set up here. So this is one I've done. Basically I take the pole out, and then I've got these 3 battery powered lights which just sit on top. It's a nice, quick, simple setup, and these lights are really powerful. They're the battery powered ones. There is a separate review for that, yeah, it makes for a nice, quick and easy setup, which is what I like. But as I said, I'm going to be doing a bigger event now, and so I need more lighting. I need to add a laser as well. So that's the current one. I'm going to take these poles off, and because obviously I need to put the new one on the frame here. First section you put together then is the bit with the leg here. So it points out that way. 2 reasons. One, it won't go under, but the second and main reason is it adds stability and it stops the booth falling. And then you use one of these clamps to tighten it to the booth. So I'm now going to put the second part on. Second part, really straightforward. This pole here, there's a hole in it. So you unscrew this, put the pole on, and then put the screw in, tighten it up, and then use another clamp here, and that secures it to the booth. And it takes me right up there, and I think that's too tall for my ceiling, so I might have to move the booth. So I tell a lie, it does just fit. There's a bit of space at the top there. So like the previous pole, this one does have a hole in it, and you just line the hole up and then put the screw in. And I see that when I come to join the other side, I've got 2 screws here, so I'll have to undo those and then join it. So let me do that. Here she is then, all set up. And I've got to say, it was an absolute breeze to join the 2 parts together. I simply slot this one on, and these were at a slight angle outwards, and then you pull them inwards and they go in perfectly. And the screws match up. There's no gaps, there's no wobble. It's a really, really well designed, well measured fit. I've just noticed that one of my screws here, this one's slightly chipped and broken off. That must have happened in transit, but the actual join is really, really solid, and as I say, it's perfectly measured as well, so there's looseness there. I actually toyed with hanging off of this and doing a pull-up on it, but I didn't. So yeah, that's perfect. That is. Let me show you from the front here, and that's how it looks there. All right, one thing I have come to realise, there's no holes in it to mount bolts for lighting fixtures, which means I'm going to have to use clamps. Because this is smaller than speaker pole, the width is smaller. I know that from when I bought the other clamps. I'm going to have to buy special clamps for this to mount lights on it. You can't see it in the description when you buy it, but yeah, there's not a single hole in it, so all lighting is going to have to be clamped on that. So that's what it looks like mounted on the booth. So let's conclude then about this overhead kit. Right, let me just say, it's a really nice piece of kit. It's proper sturdy. It really, you know, it feels really strong. It's good quality. It's measured and built well, so there's no sort of discrepancies when you put the screws in. They all fit, it slots together. You don't have to sort of fiddle about to try and get the screws to match up. Everything fits. The finish on it is lovely, and it matches my ADJ booth perfectly, and the brackets that you get with it are really nice and solid as well. So whether you've got the Equinox Truss booth or you've got the ADJ Pro event table, they're both the same. This fits perfectly on it. So I have no qualms with the product itself. The price for what it is, I mean, it does add a really professional look to your booth. And if you're just going to have all your lighting along there, I think it's probably a fair price. If you can get a little bit off in one way or another, a little discount code or something, that would be even better. The problem I have is that I use these lights here. I like a quick and simple setup. So these are battery powered uplighters, and I use these for sort of school events or small venues, and they chuck out a lot of light. So I'll just quickly show you a clip of them at a garden party I did last weekend. It was outside. So as you can see, they do the job really well. And they're on, you can adjust the angle and whatnot here using the side brackets. So as you saw before, I have them mounted on one pole, just goes along the side here. Now the problem what I've got here is because I was going to mount all 6 along the top bar, and then I was going to have an Equinox XP here, this side and the other side, and then a laser in the middle here. So that was my plan for this lighting rig. But if I put these battery lights up at the top there, I can't reach them to angle them. So I'll be able to mount them on the truss first, then put the truss on the pole, but I need to angle the lights, and I can't do that because I'm just not tall enough. I'm 5'6.5", yes, a short ass, and I'll need to get right to the side, to these bits here, to angle them, and I just can't do that on there. So I'm going to have to look at either using speaker poles or gravity poles, which allow me to take this pole, put the lights on it, adjust the angle, and then raise the pole higher. And I can't do that with this, which was my main reason when I initially decided not to buy one, because I measured it and thought it was too high. And now that I've set it up, I know that it's too high for me. So it's a real shame because I would have liked to have done it. But that is, if I had the lights going along the top, and then an XP there, an XP there, and a laser in the middle, would have looked really nice. And it would have been perfect for the effect that I wanted. So whilst I really like this product, it's a nice bit of kit, and if you're thinking about buying it and you can cope with the issues that I have, go ahead, buy it. It looks great on the booth, but unfortunately for me, I'm not going to be able to keep it. And just also remember, the brackets that you need to mount lighting or anything else on it don't come with it, so you're going to have to buy those separately as well. So there you have it then, the Equinox Truss overhead kit for the ADJ Pro Event table and Equinox Truss booth. Really nice bit of kit, just wasn't compatible with me and my needs. But yeah, if you're thinking about buying it and the issues that I've raised for myself aren't a problem, I'd have no problem in recommending it. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.